Have you ever wondered about the strangest places people live around the world? Today, we're going on a journey, exploring the top 20 most unusual inhabited locations across the globe. So buckle up for a ride around the world's most fascinating and unconventional homes. Starting at number 20, we have the town of Cuberpedy, Australia. This opal mining town has dug itself quite a unique niche, quite literally. Most of the town's inhabitants live underground to escape the scorching heat. It's a whole new world beneath the surface, with homes, shops, and even a church. Moving along to number 19, we find ourselves in the floating islands of Uros, Peru. The Uros people have been living on these self-made islands for centuries, using the buoyant totora reeds that grow abundantly in Lake Titicaca. It's a testament to human ingenuity, creating a floating home in the heart of a lake. At number 18, we have the isolated village of Itokortormit in Greenland. With a population of just over 300, it's one of the most remote, inhabited places on Earth. It's a place where the northern lights replace streetlights, and polar bears outnumber people. The harsh climate and isolation may seem daunting, but the charm of untouched nature and a tight-knit community keeps the inhabitants rooted. Sliding down to number 17, we land in the peculiar town of Sedanil de las Bodegas in Spain. The town is quite literally living under a rock. Many of its buildings are carved into the overhanging rock formation, offering a unique blend of nature and architecture that's hard to find elsewhere. Finally, rounding up this segment at number 16, we visit the Moncel Sea Forts in the United Kingdom. These World War II relics have been repurposed into eccentric homes, standing tall in the middle of the sea. It's a strange sight, but for those living there, it's an extraordinary blend of history and solitude. Just when you thought it couldn't get any stranger, we're only getting started. Moving on to our next 5, kicking off at number 15, we find ourselves in the cozy confines of the Korowai tree houses in Papua, Indonesia. The Korowai people have built their homes high in the trees, about 114 feet above the ground. Talk about a room with a view, right? This strange living arrangement is a defense mechanism against rival tribes and bugs. At number 14, we journey to the remote village of Whittier, Alaska. This town of roughly 200 people is unique because virtually all residents live in a single, 14-story building known as Begich Towers. From school to the post office, everything is under one roof, making it a one-stop shop for life. Next, at number 13, we have the peculiar town of Cuberpedy in Australia. This is not your average town, it's an underground town. Yes, you heard right. The residents have dug homes into the hillsides to escape the scorching heat. It's a sight to behold, a whole town living literally under the earth. Moving on to number 12, we have the village of Giethoorn in the Netherlands, often referred to as the Venice of the North. What makes this place strange? Well, it has no roads. That's right, none at all. Instead, the village is linked by a series of canals and footbridges. The preferred mode of transport? Boats, of course. Finally, rounding out our list at number 11 is the isolated Tristan da Cunha in the South Atlantic Ocean. The most remote inhabited island in the world, it's over 1,500 miles from the nearest land. The island's residents, fewer than 300 in number, live in a single settlement named Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. Well, there you have it, folks. From tree houses to an island in the middle of nowhere, there's no limit to human ingenuity when it comes to finding a place to call home. Hold on to your seats as we delve into the top 10. Welcome to the top 10. At number 10, we have the peculiar town of Cuberpedy in Australia. This is no ordinary town. It's an underground city, dug out to escape the scorching heat. With churches, homes, and even a golf course, Cuberpedy is a subterranean wonder. Moving on, at number 9 is the floating islands of Uros in Peru. These islands are entirely man-made, constructed from the buoyant totora reeds that grow abundantly in Lake Titicaca. The Uros people live, work, and sail on these floating reed islands, a testament to human ingenuity. At number 8, we find ourselves in the chillingly beautiful village of Oymyakon in Russia, known as the coldest inhabited place on Earth. The brave residents endure temperatures that can plunge to minus 60 degrees Celsius, but they've adapted with unique survival techniques, from super-insulated homes to a diet rich in reindeer and horse meat. On to number 7, we visit the Moncel Sea Forts in the United Kingdom. Erected during World War II as defense towers, these forts now serve as eerie, rusting relics of the past, standing lonely guard over the North Sea. Some have even been repurposed into micronations by their quirky inhabitants. At number 6, we journey to the remote community of Palmerston Island in the Pacific Ocean. Inhabited by the descendants of one Englishman and his 3 wives, this tiny coral atoll is as far from the modern world as you can get. The islanders live off the land and sea, maintaining a self-sufficient lifestyle that's remained largely unchanged for over a century. And there you have it, from underground cities to floating islands, from the coldest village on Earth to isolated atolls, these places showcase the incredible adaptability of humans to the most bizarre of living conditions. Each location is a testament to our species' resilience and ingenuity. Are you ready to enter the top 5? You won't believe where some people call home. Entering the top 5, at number 5 we find the soaring heights of La Rinconada, Peru. The world's highest city sits at an astonishing 17,000 feet above sea level. Here you'll find a community of gold miners braving thin air and freezing temperatures, all for the glimmer of fortune. This place is a testament to human resilience, a city quite literally on top of the world. Sailing down to number 4, we float over to the floating village of Kampong Phluc, Cambodia. This fascinating community thrives on the floodplain of the Tonle Sap Lake. When the rainy season comes, rather than packing up and leaving, the villagers simply float their homes, schools, and even police stations. In this unique water world, boats replace cars and life carries on, buoyed by the ebb and flow of the lake. At number 3, we have the underground town of Coober Pedy in Australia. To escape the searing heat of the outback, the residents have burrowed into the earth, creating homes, churches, and even a golf course, all beneath the surface. The name Coober Pedy translates to white man's hole, a fitting moniker for this subterranean sanctuary. Now brace yourselves as we descend into number 2, the chillingly isolated village of Oymyakon, Russia. Known as the coldest inhabited place on Earth, temperatures here can plunge to a mind-numbing negative 60 degrees Celsius. But don't let the frostbite fool you. Life thrives in this icy realm with a population of hardy souls who have adapted to the extreme conditions. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the number 1 strangest place people live in the world. And the title of the strangest place people live goes to the city of Coober Pedy in Australia. This city is unlike any other in the world, for it resides almost entirely underground. That's right. In an effort to escape the scorching heat of the outback, the residents of Coober Pedy have carved their homes, shops, and even a church directly into the rocky hillsides. Life here is a surreal blend of the mundane and the extraordinary. Imagine waking up every morning in a bedroom carved out of sandstone, or popping down to the underground supermarket to grab a loaf of bread. Despite the unique challenges such as ventilation and light, the community thrives, offering a testament to human adaptability. The residents have even found a silver lining. The constant temperature underground provides a natural, eco-friendly solution to heating and cooling. Truly, home can be anywhere, no matter how strange. From houses in caves to floating villages, we've seen it all. Let's quickly revisit the top 3. We discovered the underground troglodyte village in Loire Valley, France, where residents live in cave dwellings. Then we sailed to the floating islands of Uros in Peru, where the locals live on man-made islands of reeds. And the most peculiar of all, we ventured to the remote village of Whittier, Alaska, where nearly every resident lives under one roof in a 14-story building. What a wild ride it has been. If you enjoyed this journey, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe for more fascinating content. Remember, the world is full of surprises, so keep exploring.